This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B plus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by at 13. We're looking.
Hi and welcome to Rendezvous today with the UFA members Martine and Rami Bar Ilan and myself, Thomas Maggi. We have 3 images today that we want to share with you and give you our thoughts on. And first of all, I want to say welcome Martine, welcome Rami, thank you for joining Rendezvous again today.
Thank you, Thomas. Hello, Rami.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Unfortunately, our Grandmaster Gigafan Master Neville could not be here with us today, but we hope he will be with us next time here, together with a few other UFAH members. Let's start with Martine's image. I'm gonna share my screen here so we can see the image that Martine has chosen, and it is actually a picture that's processed and found by Rami. Martine, why is this between your favorite images?
Leave my eyes. Even though it's a very small anomaly, it is incredible. Once we got our enhancing tools on it, I mean, both Rami obviously did it first, and all these colours have just suddenly appeared. They're amazing. And I had a go at it too, and the same colours came up, so they're definitely there. The figure in the middle is incredible. I call him Moses because of this amazing beard that he's got. It looks initially as if he's standing in a boat, but it could be another type of vehicle. We're seeing quite a few of these particular shapes of vehicles, which end at the front end, which is on the right-hand side of this image. It sort of tapers down to a wedge shape, and this constantly reminds me that they might be, or in this case it may have been, if it's a statue or an ornament, it may have been reflecting a vehicle with a wedge front to it that pushes the stones out of the way for it to move along, rather like you see on the front of the train in America. We don't have them here. He's not appearing to be alone in this vehicle, or whatever it is. There are other creatures around him. He appears to have his right arm around one particular creature that we see from our viewpoint is on the left of him, and his hand seems to be on top of some kind of lever. His left hand I'm talking about. And you can see, I mean, his hand is quite large and square on the top of this lever, and there is something in front of that. I can't see what that is, but there might be a third creature in this boat stroke vehicle. In the front, it looks like it's carrying cargo, if you like, or carrying something. I can't begin to imagine what it is. There's some odd shaped things there and some odd colours. But I worked on the dark areas, especially on the front of his garment. And I just applied a lightning tool to it, brightening it up. And you can see some design, some detail has come out on the front of his garment. It's a sort of a lighter grey colour, or white.
Sorry, but it does look like some kind of figure.
I wondered if it was another figure in front of him. I did, but then I thought maybe it would have shown up a bit more. But of course, if it's in shadow there, perhaps it wouldn't. The side of the boat, when I started to brighten that up, it almost comes up looking as if it's bronze, not gold, but a bronze colour. The whole of the vehicle seems to be standing on some kind of, either a stand or it could have been some mechanism that helped it move along. I'm not sure about that. Yes, and to the left of his head, where his beard is, there is the face, a rather strange-looking creature with a very white face. Appears to be looking straight at the rover, as so many of these are. You can see its eyes. It's symmetrical. It looks very much like a head of some kind of creature. And I think that's about it, actually. I'd like to hear what Rami thinks about it.
Yes, Rami, what do you think about this picture? You were the one that found it. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, like Martin said, this is really stunning image. When I first saw it, I was very impressed with the general impression that it made on my mind, because see, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's a person there in a boat, but it sure looks like it. And by the way, Martin, I nicknamed it Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Right.
Moby Dick. And I also wrote it when I first uploaded
it. So sorry. It reminded me of Moses from the film.
Moses,
yeah. Oh, who was the actor? You remember?
Anyhow, when I enhanced it and first uploaded it, it really went pretty much unnoticed. But then, quite a while after, I made a new rendering, which and I invested quite a bit of time to bring up the colors that Martin was talking about and all the details. And it's quite a bit of work doing it. So this is why I was absolutely stunned when I saw Martin's version of it. I was like, whoa, how she got... I left all the shaded parts, I left them pretty much shaded. I also like to have the contrast between the dark and the bright areas, and I have a certain way of how I deal with it. And when Martin talked to me about this image today or yesterday, she said, it looks like a painting. And and I like that because, well, I come from a background as a painter, really. I paint pictures since I'm very, very young. So this is like imprinted in me, just the way I process and the way I look at things, and 2D images. So I was stunned to see Martin's work on it and what she managed to get out from all the dark shaded areas, really amazing. And I looked today at both the two versions of the processes, and I love them both. Mine is very very photographic-like, sort of, and Martin is very artistic.
But you know something, Rami? I can't draw people at all. The only time I can draw them is if they're sitting in front of me, or in life drawing classes. I couldn't even dream up these figures, really. And it's so exciting when they just slowly come out, you know, of this covering, this awful sepia cover that NASA puts over everything. But it's like restoring an old painting, isn't it? Each little bit comes to life.
It is.
Yes, it's I said Moby Dick, but it's also I was looking at this object, whatever it is, and I felt like I'm getting a frame out of a story. It's like storytelling. It's like illustration of something, that bigger that is behind it. It's like representing something that who knows if we'll ever be able to crack that nut to know what it stands for. But it's really, I mean, you look at it, just look at it and say, whoa.
This is where I would have wanted Brad Colin Shepard to be with us today, but he couldn't join us either because he's talking a lot about embedding history in the images.
Yes, that's right. He did, didn't he?
And the story behind each image and overlaying and stuff like that.
Yes, he had very interesting approach to it all, didn't he?
Yes, he has.
Like Martin said, it's like a painting or frame from a movie, or it's like I mean, you look at this and you kind of scratch your head.
Yes.
See, there you go. It's Charlton Heston from the film The Ten Commandments.
Beautiful details on this picture.
Yeah, there is.
I wonder what it is or what it was. I mean,
the one we're looking at now, Ramis, a version of it, and let's try go back and see. Martine is here. There is some difference in those two images. But
can you zoom into Rami's enhanced version is at the bottom of his composite there. You see, that's his version, and it's not very. It's very much alike. The thing is, he has more contrast on his, and I concentrated on trying to see through those shadows and just see if there was anything hidden there. And I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's surprising how much is revealed when you do it. It's a fantastic thing, isn't it? Is it an ornament?
It's a good question, but it's a damn good picture. And my thoughts on it is that it gotta be some kind of transport vehicle.
Oh, sure. And have you noticed they've all got the same design at the front of them? They all come down to a wedge at the front.
Ship-shaped, like a boat. But when I'm looking at this image, I see like something over here.
See, that I think is his hand at the top.
I think that's his hand. This one here.
It's
because
it's just
if this one here is not something on his
clothes, on his garments,
then it could be someone standing in front of him besides this little pillar and this little pillar. So there will actually be 1, 2, 3, 4 extraterrestrial beings in front of him. If that is what it looks like at first sight. I'm not saying it is, but I am seeing 4.
Have you noticed? It's like the two figures that I put up last week. There's such a feeling of affection about these species. There seems to be a lot of mingling and there doesn't seem to be any animosity between these species, and sometimes they can be so different from each other. I find that extraordinary. Maybe they've got something to teach us.
Maybe. It seems like
that's a scientist, of course.
That was Martine's picture that she chose. Let's take a look at Rami's picture here.